Hello. As part of my continuing series on Wiccan Ethics, I'd like to share with you part of a chapter that I wrote in my book, Dark Mirror, The Inner Work of Witchcraft, on the Wiccan Virtues. Now, a lot of people, when they think of Wiccan Ethics, think about the Wiccan Rede, and it harm none, do what thou wilt, or they tend to think about the threefold law. I've got two other videos about that, so I'm not going to talk about those. And I've just been photobombed by the cat. I'm not going to talk about those right now. But instead I will, you can go and watch those other videos. We're going to talk about the 8 Wiccan Virtues. So, in The Charge of the Goddess by Doreen Valiente, 8 virtues are mentioned. Honour and humility, mirth and reverence, strength and beauty, power and compassion. Each of these pairs is carefully balanced. Too much honour can mean excessive touchiness on every potential ethical dilemma, perhaps even pomposity. Too much humility could make you a doormat or a Uriah Heep figure. Sort of, ooh, I'm not worthy. If you take these 2 virtues together and balanced, honour and humility make for dignity and integrity. The word humility derives from humus, earth. That's humus, no, with one M, not hummus like the dip. And so it implies closeness to the earth. This is not false humility or self-deprecation, but rather an accurate assessment of one's powers. This is especially important in magic, where it can be disastrous to overreach one's capabilities. Ideally, leaders in Wicca are not primarily motivated by the aggrandizement of their ego and are aware of the needs of their coveners, seeking to develop them as independent priests, priestesses or priestesses. We do not lord it over the initiate, but receive them with humility, aware of the talents and insights that they bring to the circle. Behaving honourably is also important, keeping one's word and behaving with a high standard of integrity. So that's the first pair, honour and humility. Now let's take a look at the second pair, mirth and reverence. Too much mirth can lead to cynicism, and too much reverence can lead to boredom. But balanced, these 2 virtues can lead to good companionship. Mirth is a wonderful thing, especially for pricking the pomposity of the powerful. Remember, kids, we always punch up. But we have all met people who can never take anything seriously, and after a while one wishes that they would take off the mask of comedy and show their real face. But those who always insist on reverence are rather puritanical, and one wishes that they would lighten up. Hence, a balance between mirth and reverence is vital, especially the ability to laugh at ourselves. Beauty and strength also need to be balanced. A graceful person is often a strong person because they are in control of their body and their mind. So think about ballet dancers, they have to be physically strong. Beauty alone can be fragile and vulnerable, and strength alone can be brutal, but together they create balance. And then we have the pair power and compassion. Too much power can lead to cruelty, and so can too much compassion. Some Buddhists call compassion without wisdom silly compassion, the compassion that gives money or time or effort whilst having no insight into the situation of the recipient, and that can do more harm than good. Too much power can be corrupting, and as we all know, absolute power corrupts absolutely. And that power can be especially corrupted if it's not tempered with compassion. When we wield the power of magic, we had better be sure that we are doing so wisely and compassionately. The balance of the opposites in the Wiccan Virtues recall the twin pillars of the Kabbalistic tree of life, which are reconciled in the central pillar. Together, wisdom and understanding create gnosis or knowledge. Strength combined with mercy creates beauty, and power and glory create the kingdom. All the Sephiroth, the spheres of the Tree of Life, proceed from the divine source. So in the 8 Wiccan virtues, which are definitely pagan virtues, we can see a balance, and we can aspire to join those virtues together to create something beautiful. And it's interesting that ancient pagan ethics were also virtue ethics and followed the idea of the cultivation of the virtues. So check out my book. You can buy it from the Doreen Valiente Foundation online shop, together with its follow-up book, The Night Journey, which is subtitled Witchcrafter's Transformation. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Have a great day and blessed be.